The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. 54. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Hustle.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Darius Leonard has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
54. 58, Mike. Coming, baby.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Throwing on 1st down. Weldon, catch made here by Campbell. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Complete to Paris Campbell. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's see what you got. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got his open man. It's Carr. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 71-yard punt return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. On 1st down, Weldon. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
In your face. Switch.
Looking to throw. Weldon. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
It's going to be a long day.
After the interception, here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go, dude.
Now a give, right side. Levine. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Darius Leonard in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey?
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now left side on the swing pass. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Watson on first down. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carr. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now it's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Walker coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
At the Colts 13-yard line.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kiki QT, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready to...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 77 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7.
Texans 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. On the ground, this is Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watson, off play action. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Levine, and he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Mike 58, right there.
All day, dog. Switch. Check. Lucky.
On 1st down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Watson now to throw, and he's going to go down again.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Going up top, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for QT.
Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Hey, watch the slant.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's Watson throwing on 3rd and long. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Watson now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 44, Watson over the middle, complete. It's Carr. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson, open man is QT, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Again, it's Watson. That is caught right 10-yard line. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Now this is it. 19. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To the air yet again. Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
At the 14-yard line.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Second and 14. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Check three. And 58 is a mic.
Now Watson on third and goal. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
On first and 10, Weldon got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
He's coming. Double up.
Throwing on first down, Weldon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Flush to his right. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Looking to throw. Weldon. He's got it. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Second and 1. And it's caught. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on third and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Weldon. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on third and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on third and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, third and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well-coordinated.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He'll take this inside the 40. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Weldon. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll keep it on the ground. Levine. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson got his open man. It's Carr. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 2nd and 16, Watson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Well, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion. So here, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Past the 20. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10.
Let's go. At their own 8-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now.